It looks cool. Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, but honestly, like, fucking Rocky.
I was like,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was looking into like literature stuff, and I didn't know that they called Shakespeare like Sao in Japan. I thought that was cool.
Sao?
Yeah, like Sao. Like that's how they referred to him in Japan.
Is that because, like, he didn't have a proper name, or did they just change it? Cause...
I just don't think they can. They don't have the letters necessary to spell out his Shakespeare.
Oh, that's interesting.
So they called him Sao.
Huh. Alright.
Just interesting fact I saw.
That was pretty cool. Is William Shakespeare gonna be...
I would hope not. He'd be like,
I would definitely hope not.
help me! Oh,
Beans!
What year is it?
I mean, have you heard the theories that fucking Shakespeare's a time traveler?
Is that real? Why was it?
Because he just showed up one day. There was no record of his birth.
What the fuck, really?
Yeah, there's no record of his birth. He just showed up one day when he was 26. There are people that genuinely believe that William Shakespeare was a time traveler.
Time traveler would talk like that. Would write those scripts. No way. It would be way more like, dude, bro, come on, man.
Oh man, it's just a wild theory that
Yeah,
I really find funny, but I just, you know, it doesn't make any sense if you think about it logically for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, but it's a really fun theory to think about.
That's really weird to think about. He just came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, he just came out of nowhere. The presumption is that he was probably the illegitimate child of like a, you know, a prostitute.
Yeah.
But it's just really funny that he just showed up one day when he was like 26.
That is really weird.
He was either a time traveler or a fucking changeling, and nobody knows which.
No one knows who the fuck he is.
Yeah, it's really weird, because his, like, DNA probably could be traced back to somebody if we had any examples of it, but we just don't. So we can't prove who gave birth to him. It is just really weird circumstance, and I love it, honestly. I love that kind of stuff. Just weird historical facts are just my favorite thing.
That is really weird.
Hello, Peachy. And hi, some dude. How goes?
Some dude.
Some dude. That man.
That man, what are you doing here? Levy?
Levy. I love that.
Levy.
Oh my god.
I was so hyped when this game came out. We're hyped in the... Well, I mean, I've already played the first game, but... I'm hyped for them.
Cece, you shut your mouth. Oh man, no, this game is fantastic, honestly.
We've just beaten Case 3.
Like, talk about a fucking spin cycle.
It threw you for a loop.
Absolutely. No, I don't think I will. Well, you know what? Fine then. You have permission to speak for a little while longer, but do not test my patience. I'm an awful person.
You're allowed to yet breathe in my presence.
That sounds like
really
a Von Zeke's quote.
I was really worried that in DGS2 they took out the hang on feature, or the excuse me feature.
Oh, really?
I was really worried. They don't introduce it until like a bit later than I expected it to. So I was really worried it was gone because of the budget cuts.
Oh man, that would have been really sad.
Luckily it's there.
Quick little rant about something nothing to do with anything. Sure.
Are you sure? About anything. What's your rant, dude?
So there's this one character in this one case that I just fucking hate. His
name
is Sherlock Holmes.
When Sherlock Holmes killed Ryunosuke in Case 5.
Small things get happy favorite home style bread store. Didn't experience this so soon. Yeah. That's
I,
that is a thing that happens very violently. It
I
is
get the
really
feeling
weird.
I get the feeling this is about to lead into a pyramid scheme. I
No,
feel
this
like you're
sounds
setting
like
us up.
this is the setup for like a recipe, you know? Like, you know, there's like really long-winded, like, you know, it all started when I was born, and then you have to like scroll through 36 pages of Google Doc to find the recipe finally. That's what this feels like the beginning to.
In the next message, some dude's like, "Come check out my cam at like xflux.com."
God.
Gonna come out of nowhere.
The little things that don't really get happy over.
I got some big things you're gonna be happy over.
Call. God. Why? Oh man.
Dun dun dun.
I'm so excited, man. This is.
It's not even a murder case.
It's not. It's really interesting. You know, like fuck murder cases. Anyways, about the game. Any new stupid character names? It always comes with the series. I know nothing about this game.
You know nothing about this game.
Ooh. I wouldn't recommend watching from Case 4 then, actually.
At least for this case. No
Yeah.
murder.
Yeah, no murder for this case.
I recommend watching from. This is a very, unlike the other Ace Attorney games, this one's a very, like, plot-driven one in terms of, like, case-to-case based. Like, there's a flow to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't jump right in on the first one. If you can, like, obviously, I don't want to say, like, just, oh, go find another streamer, forehead. Like, if you could find somebody actually playing, like, the first case, I would recommend just starting there. Because, like...
We can watch our wonderful VODs.
You can also watch the VODs, all of which are archived. Smile. Because, like, starting from Case 1, it's a fucking ride. It is a genuine, like, enjoyment to watch. And, hell, even if you don't want to just watch the series, fucking absolutely play it. It is such a good game.
$40, and I honestly feel like it's already given me my money's worth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And this is 2 games in 1.
That's wild. This is probably, like, a $100 deal at the very least. Like, this is nuts. I would have genuinely paid, like, $60 for this game. Like, 100%. Even just the first game, which was a 3DS game. So, and I don't think 3DS games went over $40 anyway.
Yeah, they both would have been 80 together normally, but they're selling them both for 40.
Which is wild. Like, I genuinely hope that they sell, like, double, triple, quadruple the amount of copies that they thought they were gonna sell. Because this game is fantastic. I fucking
any news on how it's selling?
Take you up on those VODs. Where can I find? Yeah, where can I find them? But I think regardless, I want to chill here and hang with y'all and make stupid jokes. That's fine.
Okay.
The VODs, you can find them if you click my icon below. I don't remember how Twitch works. Like it's hard for me to visualize it, but if you click my icon, which is just below the video player for the stream. It should bring you to the home page of my Twitch channel. From there, you go to videos, and then from there, you should find collections, and then Great Ace Attorney should be one of those collections. Should be Great Ace Attorney Game 1, or Great Ace Attorney 1, I think, so that I can separate it between 1 and 2, because they're 2 separate games. Might as well. God, I fucking love the music in this game. It's so
It's really good music. I'm not. Where the hell? What happened to AJ?
I don't know. I mean, he was talking earlier. He might have fallen asleep, honestly. Yeah, last thing he said was at 5, so he might be asleep. Hope you enjoy their long tangents then. Yeah. We go on some tangents.
We haven't really in this game because we've been too interested in what's happening.
True, but also the long tangents come from the start of the stream, the pre-stream.
If you want to see some tangents, go watch the Dual Destinies. It's a shame you couldn't save all the videos for investigate. Well, I guess you have those separately.
I have investigations too on my YouTube. I need to like properly upload them, but I'm just like I'm afraid to condense them in a way. I don't know. I could probably just
upload them on Twitch. Unfortunately, you have to be a partner to do that. I learned, which is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's wild. Unfortunately, I would love to be able to like backload it onto Twitch again, just to have all the VODs in one place. But I can always like, I could always just like start a VOD channel on YouTube or whatever, and then just like throw everything on there. Favorite case from the entire series? That is tough, but I can probably say like one of like 4 different options.
Mine's Farewell My Turnabout still. I really like that one.
Yeah, it's either going to be like Bridge to Turnabout, Farewell My Turnabout, oh god, what was Investigations 2 last case
Grand
called?
Turnabout.
Yeah, the Grand Turnabout, or the Inherited Turnabout, which is just such a case. It's chef's kiss.
Very well put together case.
It's an amazing case. Like, if I had to choose it like on a game-by-game basis, I think Grand Turnabout still takes it, just because like all of the lead up to that is fantastic. But if I had to just choose an isolated case where I like didn't think about the game beforehand, I didn't think about anything else, and I was just trying to think of like what made me like feel the most for the main character, it would be the Inherited Turnabout. But if I had to just choose what made me elated the most, you know, what was the perfect takedown, it would be Farewell My Turnabout.
Very satisfying.
So good. I love
It's been a long time since we've had a satisfying takedown of a villain.
I know, it's been so long. I hope we get that in one of these games. I'm not wanting to like say that is what I'm looking forward to, but if that happens, man, that's gonna escalate these games, you know?
Exactly, because we haven't, other than like Giselle, and it's like you don't usually think too highly of a tutorial takedown, though that one was a very pretty good tutorial takedown.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it doesn't have that punch of like a long-winded final trial battle of outsmarting people, you know?
Yep. And I think one of the big things that makes Matt on guard feel so good to take down is that he's utterly convinced that he is a criminal mastermind, but he just isn't. He's some dipshit movie star, and you can prove that to him, and it just makes him fucking shit his pants, and that is so
it's
good
not even
feeling.
That you do it. He forces himself to have to confess.
Yeah, it's
with his own
so
mouth.
good.
He has to say, "I did it."
It's so good. Please protect me. I don't. And then, literally a year later, Investigations 2, with what we know of D Killer, that means. The Ace Attorney iceberg has Matt on guard as dead.
Yeah.
At least it should. I don't know if it actually does, but it absolutely should.
It should.
If not, ours does for sure.
Definitely.
Surface level Meekins. Yeah. We should make a fucking Ace Attorney like our playthrough iceberg.
the cum fucking sleeper agent things. Bit by Christoph Gavin's ancestor.
Oh my god.
No, there's murder in this. This is the first like non-murder case, though.
Yeah.
I guess this would be an unlicensed stabbing.
It would be. Yeah, this is just assault with a
Deadly
stab
weapon.
to the back. Yeah, assault with deadly weapon. And I mean the person's alive, so it didn't escalate to murder, at least so far. Although I am kind of assuming by the end of the investigations they're gonna die, and it's like, oh, okay. But I'd be fucking like shitting my pants if they were on the witness stand though. That'd be fucking awesome. An unlicensed stabbing.
So do you want to just like start for now? Because
yeah, let's just jump into it. I mean,
I'm not sure where AJ is. He'll join in later if he gets on.
Yeah, we gave him like 30 minutes. Unfortunately, he's not here. So yeah, we'll
top into it. Let's head to
okay, move on.
Let's see. Let's head to the prison first. I think that's a good place to start.
Bum, bum, bum. Ooh, look at this.
Nice place.
Swanky.
Who digs?
They still have the chains on the walls.
So
that's yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was just playing.
It's okay. So these are British prison cells.
Oh, they're ghastly. It feels just like a dungeon.
Yes, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls.
No, Mr. Naruhodo, you're making it seem worse.
Apparently our client is in this cell here, but it's so dark in the back there I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like.
Oh, Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you. Oh. This was back when there weren't tensions between the Meekins and secular factions. They were coexistent. Oh.
Wait, when does the Holy Mother like appear and sever the ties between?
I don't know. This timeline doesn't make sense. We're just making shit up. They after the war started, these like Meekins and Stickler clones decided to go form a little garbage island. Stop hiding at the back of the cell and show your face at once!
Honestly, you two right now is the kind of content I live for. Just dudes fucking around and ranting, going back and forth, and triple points for it being one of those cases with dudes beating the game and the other one is new to it. I love that shit. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hope to see you around. That's gonna be you.
Okay. Am I? Am I a cat as of yet no name? Calling me by a number, it's utterly unbelievable, unjustly unreasonable. I refuse to answer.
Huh? Mr. Naruhodo, what? What do you think is going on here?
I have no idea. But I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That tirade of complaints was in Japanese. What? Dad!
Father!
No! Excuse me, but who? Shh, quiet! Oh my god, the animation.
So...
It's so fluid. Like, it's weird. Also, the fact that the eyes look drawn on just adds this layer of just unsettlety to this man.
Yeah. Looks fucked up.
Where's AJ? I don't know, sleeping probably. They're all around, hiding, I know they are. They're watching, listening, even now. I can sense it. Right, so, could I ask you who exactly— There you are! You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it, you're a ghost! A ghost?
We mean you no harm, prisoner-son. Are you? Are you Japanese by any chance?
How much did I miss? Literally nothing.
Nothing, we just started.
Yeah. This is beyond my wildest dreams! burnt ass steak glued to his forehead. Oh my god. Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's, fine. We were just a little surprised, that's all. Imagine it! Oh my god. It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and then here I am in a frightful fix of a foreign land! So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a most monumentally moving moment! The fuck is this guy on?
Fairy godparents!
Fairy godparents!
Your mother, fairy godparents! I love them so much.
No half-hour pre-show. Who are you? Well, we had
you missed the
15 minutes of it.
Mr. Crocker looking at us.
I fucking love it. Oh man, that's wild. I fucking love this guy already. He's such a dude. Oh my god. Who would have guessed that this new client Lord Strongheart is assigned to us would turn out to be a fellow Japanese? What compassion my fellow countrymen show! To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student! Noble, nurturing, never failing, Nippon! He's dabbing! He's dabbing!
So
what the
he
fuck?
Has so many. He has so many.
A first-class lawyer? Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here. Was the pre-show the article? Oh yeah, you didn't tell us about the article.
Oh fuck, the article. Fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, hold on. Okay, I'll get it read real quick. Get the quickie.
Also, by the way, this song in the background is fantastic.
Yeah, that's his theme.
That's his theme?
Yeah.
I'm fucking blown away. What do you mean his theme? It's not. There's no Jailer's Elegy?
There is a Jailer's Elegy, it's not playing right now.
Okay. His theme. He's a defendant. Defendants don't get themes, Carlos. What are you talking about?
McGundle had a theme, or McGilded had a theme.
God.
It was a weird man from a foggy town.
That's wild.
Let me get to the juicy parts here.
Yeah.
Of it.
Also, this man looks like fucking George Joestar.
There he is.
We found him.
Okay, so this is in reference. This is an article referred to.
Every defendant has a theme in this game. Yeah, bro, he does. Yeah, man.
Okay, so this article is about how Dual Destiny saved Ace Attorney.
No.
And I'm just reading. I'm just reading in the middle of it.
All right.
But while the narrative plays out on screen, the game's verbs are at work. Even if your fingers are at rest, you, player, are reading a witness's testimony. You, player, are synthesizing the particulars of the murder weapon. Then, when the game introduces logical conflict, how can you say your client could not have possibly touched the handgun? You are to resolve it by having internalized through play the available data and by sussing out the logical fallacy in the claim or paradox before you. Every time Dual Destiny suggests you look for clues 2 screens over, it's not quite babying you. Wandering about aimlessly simply isn't the point of the game. Rather, it's when those clues knit themselves together into a theory days later, completely unbidden, and you come to a sudden stop in a Whole Foods groceries, tumbling out of your hands as you howl, "Oh my god, I'm an idiot! The body was never even there!"
What the f-
In the beginning, Ace Attorney was a closed trilogy. Its lead, the optimistic Phoenix Wright, rose from the humble beginnings to become a superlative fuck that word. Attorney, a credit to his office and a hero to his clients. Each game contained several cases, each with their own discrete narrative, be it comic or tragic or both. There was an additional meta-narrative spanning each game's set of cases, which would itself be resolved with the game's final case verdict. As a result, each final case was multi-climactic, drawn out to television finale length, with multiple false stops, grand reveals, and betrayals. The entire trilogy's final case, as you might imagine, was practically orgasmic. It didn't say orgasmic. I just like
okay.
similar.
Yeah.
Same gist.
Cum. It makes you cum in
Oh.
your pants, straighten your jorts after getting shot in your G spot.
Apollo Justice attempted to reboot the series by introducing a new titular character and placing Phoenix, our old familiar protagonist, just out of reach on full-time meta-narrative development duty.
Meta-narrative
This, of
2?
course, is where it went sour. Apollo and his sidekick, Phoenix's daughter, Trucy, spent the game in each other's company, and somehow never managed to develop any chemistry. The secondary character he spent the most time around, former teen wunderkind and forensic scientist Sky, was written into an unpleasant and unhelpful young adult. That's fair. And all the while, Phoenix lingered in the background, preventing the series from making a clean break from its past and keeping the narrative from making daring choices or sweeping changes. Also kind of fair.
Yeah. Check the word, it means the same thing anyway.
So now we return to the present with the release of Dual Destinies, which represents a return to form for the game's own intra-narrative case. Intra-case narrative. It does something terrific at the same time, though. It undoes the narrative damage wreaked by Apollo Justice, and it does so while constructing robust scaffolding for future entry sequels, regardless of primary narrators. And it accomplishes all this without being tremendously obvious about it.
Deception.
It's a nimble and graceful turn, and with the proper context now laid out, I think it's worth exploring, because I think of a few games even eligible for this problem. Of all the series I love, very few have so many titles set in the same persistent self-contained universe, and Ace Attorney is the only one I know, in English I mean, which wrestles with so many concurrent narratives, unless I just chose not to do them. Hold on, okay, it balances the stable of protagonists. Two attorneys was both too many and not enough. Apollo Justice's frame story concerns Phoenix, and so Phoenix, who we know upstages Apollo himself, who we do not know. With the series' charismatic icon breaking strange and chasing ghosts, Apollo is left with little room to establish his character and develop his personality. He's an unpleasant mind, you just never get the chance to know him very well, and you're always more interested in why his boss is suddenly skulking around in his sweatpants. Dual Destinies introduces hotshot rookie Athena Sykes, not spelled correctly by the way, as a playable character from the outset, and from the jump everything is improved. Sykes is actively engaging, that's a start. With a third attorney on the team, a sort of protagonist rotation kicks in. A different pair of the three attorneys works actively on each case, giving everyone a chance to play lead or sidekick or third wheel.
These are certainly some opinions.
I want to get to the fucking juicy one.
Please
the
do.
lawyer evolutionary cycle.
What?
Immediately after Athena's introduction, the game visits upon Apollo several horrifying injuries, and as Phoenix did before him, he bows out for his own moody character development vacation quest. So begins what I term the lawyer evolutionary cycle. For Phoenix in the original trilogy, and for Apollo in Dual Destinies, tragedy is the stone upon which an Ace Attorney is hardened. The first scene of the Ace Attorney game has Wright stumble across the corpse of his boss and mentor, Mia Fey, and the drama he undergoes in Apollo Justice steals him well. He is calm, steady-handed professional by the time he has to play a father figure to an entire cast in Dual Destinies. This is the cycle: tragedy, moody phase, and rebirth.
Moody phase. What?
Adds perspective to foreshadow further character development. Throughout the original game's trilogy, Wright squared off most with prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, his boyhood friend and his ultimate courtroom nemesis. As a revival and as an equal, Edgeworth's progression towards mastery of his craft matched Wright step for step. Where Phoenix was brilliant, Miles was exacting and calculating. There's an embarrassment of fan fiction about this. When you meet him in Dual Destinies, however, things have changed. Edgeworth has risen to the rank of chief prosecutor, an office which commands him great respect and authority. You, conversely, still run a modest legal office on a shoestring budget. Edgeworth is happy to see you, and when the chance comes to face off in court, he leaps to change. But he regards you differently from his new station. Suddenly, even though you've won all these cases, you feel for the first time like Edgeworth has double won.
Has double won.
It feels weird. Video games tend not to qualify your victories. Are you okay?
That hit me hard. That's just painful. That was painful. Games just don't regard your wins. It's like, wait, that's not true. It's these games that don't.
Yeah, there's no stakes in these games. Creating money or rank is never the point of Ace Attorney, of course, but having Wright's former foil surpass him so profoundly gives the game so much needed context. We need not only how far Wright is, we see not only how far Wright has come, but how much further he could go as well. Throughout the series, you fight for the truth and justice and other worthy ideas, but for the first time, it feels plausible that you might also eventually fight for a better office. One of the themes running throughout Ace Attorney series is perseverance. Most good cases contain at least one near-fatal ebb in the contradictory testimony. It's these lowest points, Phoenix sweating and clutching his skull, that the defense manages to summon some hidden reserve of energy within it, the truth and justice.
Oh, he just bluffs. That's what he does. He bluffs.
He's a bluffer. And then he ends this by saying, where is a good place to start it. Could anyone decide to follow in Ace Attorney's footsteps and attempt their own serialized narrative drama, there now exists not only the game itself as exemplar, but this lesson in how to fix your mistakes and plan for the future. Just read and synthesize.
Pain.
This dude just threw words at his article and didn't know what to...
It sounds like he didn't play the game, but he had somebody else play the game for him, tell him about what the game is like, and that person who played was just like consumer.
Yeah.
Like they were just playing game because it say Phoenix Wright on title, and then had them describe the series to him, and then he wrote his article based off of that.
It's really weird. I don't know what the fuck he's going on a schizo meltdown.
Yeah, Apollo and Trucy just never, like, they never connect in any way. What the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't read it, but he called Apollo a neophyte.
Yeah, like why? It also said, like, Apollo's just an unpleasant person. I was like, what?
Well...
Yeah, our Apollo. Very aggressive. But he's a different man in canon.
Yeah.
This is a red car law. I have no idea what that means, Sam.
I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what's happened?
Your boots with and swimming income from this astounding case that we will very much won't baby you. While you work with George Joestar, Princess Leia, and the Trans Bailiff. God damn it. Double one, like when you beat the boss without a sweat, and then the cutscene after that shows your ass getting beat. Oh man, what a man Apollo is indeed. Oh, underdeveloped, okay. Yeah, that's fair. To be completely fair, that was supposed to be game one in a trilogy. We got to know Phoenix a little bit, but it wasn't a ton. In the first game.
Dual Destiny's fixed all the havoc wreaked by...
Yeah, true. I mean, like, if only Dual Can you believe if Dual Destinies just completely wrote Apollo out of the story of his own trilogy?
I just don't know why they didn't take that narrative leap. Let's get back into Mr. Man.
Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example?
Yes, I can, I will! Shent, see, sullen, and silent!
Just throw that back.
So the bit with this, by the way, is that, when it's supposed to be he's talking in Japanese, but when he does that, he's yelling it in English. Which doesn't translate as well to a,
Okay, I get you. Right, Carlos' a satire thing for stupid, made-up rules. The inspiration was a guy saying, like, play conditioning was a crucial aspect of Dark Souls 2.
I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy.
Yes, he does. Why does he, like, move back in that, like, animation? Oh, fuck. In, like, a Minecraft Steve, like, resetting to neutral. Like, do you know what I mean by that? Like,
yeah.
it looked like he reset to neutral. Yeah, yes he does. I just hope he has good reason to actually be. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm a lawyer, as he said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
And I'm Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Fusato Mikotaba.
I am a visiting student sent here by our government.
Get old to be a student.
Nobility notoriously named Natsume! Soseki Natsume.
Does that name sound familiar at all?
No. Is he the historical person?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is.
He is regarded as one of the most famous Japanese authors of all time.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
in like the 1800s, like end of the 1800s, he was sent here to study, and he described that time as the worst years of his life.
Oh my god.
His the famous books he wrote were The Clouded Kokoro, which this case is called, and I Am a Cat was his first like bestseller.
Oh, okay, which explains why he was like, I'm a cat with no name.
Yeah, he was. People described him as unhinged and scary while he was in Japan, while he was in Britain, because he would just hold himself in his room all day reading, and he got really paranoid and freaked out.
That is really funny.
And like, because he came here to study literature,
Yeah.
he was back in Japan, but the Japanese government didn't send him with enough money to pay for the tuition. So he had to then go, and he had to do community college and jump from like apartment to apartment.
That's fucked up.
He's really interesting. I recommend reading up on him.
Okay.
They built a robot of him in 2016.
Interesting. Soseki Natsume-san. What an unusual name. Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku. It's something of a nom de plume. A nom de plume? You mean an alias? He's chewing on his mustache. Huh.
Oh, that's me. That's right. Oh, that's right, Mahara-san.
No, no, no! Don't be so prosaic! It's much more refined than that! And haiku. That really reminds me of home. Nice gremlin avatar to the both of you.
What, you
Thank
call him a gremlin, huh? That's just me.
Yeah, he's the gremlin. I'm the goblin. Well, taking the face of one at least.
For now.
Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student sent over here by the government?
How old is he? Is that the court
Um,
record yet?
Probably. There he is.
33. Hey, AJ.
Hello.
Let me catch you up. We met our client. That's about all. We haven't learned anything about the case yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the
client
client
looking
is a historical figure that existed.
Man is insane.
His name is
Good to know.
Soseki Natsume. He is regarded as one of the most famous Japanese authors of all time.
Oh, of course. So,
So,
as we,
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to connect to your computer.
yeah.
my computer is gonna.
What was that?
I'm just logging into it right now. That's why.
Okay.
Are you good, man? Did you just wake up?
Yeah,
Yeah, I figured.
I texted and I was just like, yeah, I should be.
Instead of Watashi ha Neko, apparently the title of I Am a Cat in Japanese is Wagahai ha Neko Deru.
Because Wagahai was a much more like refined way of saying that. Essentially,
Walk
he went for a more like refined, artsy way of saying using the title.
Interesting.
It's like, bitch, I'm
I
a
am
cow.
cat. I am a cat.
I am a cat.
Whether or not in that history involves him stabbing women in the back, that has been yet to see.
Oh, great.
This man, this is interesting. This is an interesting case off the bat,
An actual historical figure.
which is pretty
That's how
cool.
we
I
did
dig
it.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
He described,
fucking,
I
like-
think, I'm trying to think of the quote he used to describe his time in London. It was like, he was a dog amongst wolves,
Oh,
Oh
damn.
wow.
is how he used to describe it, I believe.
I mean,
Come.
it's gonna take an extra second. I'm gonna go get something to drink. So you can
Aight.
start.
Take
Hey,
your time.
come! Dude, come's here!
The cum guy.
Come, guy!
The cum jar. Oh, by the way, did you hear that they added fucking what's his name? Pinhead to Dead by Daylight?
Oh, yeah?
I saw that today. And the one thing that I heard about it, other than like, oh, Pinhead, is literally that he says, and I quote, "You open the box, and I came." And people have been going nuts over that. Oh yeah, and they're removing the Stranger Things stuff. I was fucking crying. You open the box, and I came! Like... Pinhead. Yep. Very, very sexually charged. This chapter.
I came.
I came.
I hate that I had my headphones
Oh yeah,
on,
there's a picture
so-
of Soseki. Yeah, one of his animation poses are based on like an actual like photo of him.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Fucking, I grab a drink because like I'm parched. I haven't even opened my can yet, and you're like, you opened the box and I came.
Came.
I
Coughing.
came.
It's the one.
There you go. That's what he looks like.
Cool. That's actually not all that bad for an Ace Attorney and like representation of him.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I
think
dig
that
it.
robot they built of him in 2016. I think it's voiced by his grandson.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice. They really went out for that. That man looks like this fucking picture.
He looks like
Alright.
George Joestar.
He does. There he is.
Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English. Yeah. First, I had to suffer that misery, and now this! It's beyond the pale! Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here? If you like, come give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some time, for some years, of course. Oh. But! Ass! Just because just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it? No!
What do you mean?
If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable. He's even posing, man. How can I not draw conclusions, man? That's not fair. That's not... He's... Boy.
Boy!
Boy.
He's doing the pose, man.
Jesus Christ.
I see. My boyfriend would slap if he caught me lying about that. Just because the government tells you to use safety blocks doesn't mean you can't stop the spear with a screwdriver. What the fuck, Sam?
Devil's core moment, devil core moment.
What the fuck is... What did I just hear?
Sam's just saying words. I don't even...
You don't know about the devil core thing?
No.
It was like this highly radiated, like, fucking sphere that had safety locks, but they took it out, and the only thing keeping them from getting a blast of deadly radiation was a fucking screwdriver between them. And the dude took it out.
What the fuck?
God.
Only the other day I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words on white washi.
He got it. He did
He's
it.
got
He
him.
did it.
What the
He's
fuck?
dabbing and hitting them.
He must be a man of great standing.
Oh yes, so I'm often told. And often like to be told, it seems.
Bad man. Oh. Alright.
Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Soseki-san?
Man had more radiation hit him in those few seconds than somebody would have, like, 1 kilometer away from the fat man.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Did they survive?
Dear Lord.
I
not
doubt
long.
it.
Did they
That's what I was about to say.
survive?
Not very long.
I'm like,
That man got instant cancer. Like,
fucking.
it's like instant rice. He died in 9 days, yeah.
That's lucky.
I mean, yeah, some people can. Surprised he didn't fucking melt.
He got melted by the TVA. If he hadn't removed that screwdriver, he would have been melted.
He's just like, I have to do this. What the fuck, Harold?
You read this one. I didn't do it! I didn't commit that atrocious murder! No, it's alright. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes! Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? I didn't see anyone. What? Well, I'd seen the person who did it. Do you think I'd be locked up in here?
Oh dear.
She's looking at us like, bruh.
It's like, I can't do this, Kay. Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated.
Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to get stabbed in front of me? It's the curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly, inconvenient.
He's doing a jitsu.
That time he grew 3 dicks so he could cheat 3 times faster. Death was by wife.
What are you talking about?
Okay, that part's just fucking. What?
So Soseki-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker.
It's vital that we find out more about the case.
This man's sweating.
He just has a perpetual bead of sweat at all times. It's actually a tattoo.
Prison fat.
Yeah, they thought I murdered somebody.
Got the prison fade already.
Then
I'm already like prepared.
It was an accursed evening, just after snow had started to clear with heavy fog. I've been up to the bookshop to buy some books. I don't know why I paused there. And I was on my way back to the accursed lodgings.
Adds to his character.
Sure the bookshop wasn't accursed too?
Weave.
As I was walking along the accursed pavement, I could make out a soul silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman. Women. Wearing a green overcoat she was. And just as I went to overtake her. That's a
woman.
That's
the
a
same
rebel.
woman. That's a rebel.
It's just a weird. This looks like a cursed image. Do you know what I
Family
mean?
Guy
Like,
Jeff
Yeah, Family Guy.
It's fucking Peter Griffin.
I'm sorry, Lois.
Oh, it's like this is worse than the time I got stabbed.
In London.
Gah!
Be me. Hold the door open with a screwdriver. Oopston JPEG. The room sounds like a microwave and everything is blue. Well, that's it then. What the fuck? Same.
What the hell is going on? I'm listening.
He's talking about the fucking demon core.
Demon core, Jesus.
She suddenly let out a scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet.
It's like no blood or anything. Okay.
How terrible.
I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard. What'd you say, Carlos?
Oh no, I'll just say, Your Honor, our client's a schizo.
Your Honor, we're gonna have some problems.
Slight exaggeration there, perhaps. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. Very godparents. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. I fucked up what he said. The anatomy of a penguin with those legs. That's fucked up.
Bro, she's dead.
Bro.
But she's not dead.
Oh, okay.
That's no good. They'll say it was a shameful, I know, to run away like that.
Tell me, Soseki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours?
His actual words upon condemning himself to mega cancer were, well, that does it. Oh.
Oh. I mean, what else can you say?
True. Fuck. Don't be ridiculous!
Your Honor? Fuck.
Your Honor, my client did not just say that.
Your Honor, my client will not live to see this trial.
That is scary. That's a scary quote right there. Oh my god. Do you know any of these fair-haired English? And a young woman at that? I'm different. Wait, what? I'm diffident. I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people. I see. A young woman unknown to Soseki-san. And at the time that it happened, who else did you see nearby? Anybody pass by you? Regrettably, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. Wait, no one? Oh, great.
You know what I'm scared of? There's a chance that, that there could be, I don't know how well they would do it. It was like a multiple personality killer. I don't know if he would be the one, but just imagine they put that in an Ace Attorney game. It's like,
that'd be really weird, like having to defend one personality, but the other personality is the actual killer. How would you even prosecute that? How would you go about doing that?
That's fucking mental. They'd probably just get to an asylum. Or
yeah,
something.
probably.
Yeah. Well, at least with this time period too.
But I mean, not punish it, but prosecute it. You know?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Because
probably be insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Carefully.
Yeah. How do you?
Oh my god.
Your Honor, this guy didn't do it. No, Apollo would be perfect. This guy didn't do it, but the other guy.
You plead, bro.
Your Honor. That.
Your Honor, bruh moment.
Your Honor, I will handle this.
I'd be horrified to hear Apollo say that.
Just fucking, he just looks down and looks up. Your Honor, let me handle this.
Your Honor, don't worry, I got this.
Fucking pulls out a mallet.
Your Honor, my client is clearly innocent. He said dead ass.
So the victim was unknown to you, and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it?
Huh? What conundrum? Ryunosuke, come on. Oh, to be fair, he's not exactly
He's not developed yet.
He's
also just not a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an English major. I should not be here.
I studied, but 9 months, a month.
What do you mean, Susato-san? What's the conundrum?
Well, if what Soseki-san has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen.
I did! But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit. You! What did you just say? Nothing! I didn't say anything! Oops, perhaps I thought a little loudly.
Are you fucking done?
Yes,
Actually, that's not what was troubling me.
I lied. Okay, now I'm done.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, there's another. Okay.
What I was thinking was, how did Soseki-san actually come to get me arrested?
Your Honor, my client is literally innocent, but go off, I guess.
You're not ready for that conversation.
Sorry?
He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place?
Oh, yes, she's right. It was him, that accursed great detective. He led the police to me. Of all the bad luck. Accursed great detective. Could it be?
Could it be?
I'll never forget that man that man's name as long as I live. With his hoity laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed, bush body, be gone. May you be cursed until the end of your days, Hairlock Sholmes!
Got my name wrong.
I knew it!
That man. He's the new that man.
That motherfucker!
Bitch.
That no good son of a bitch. Mr. Sholmes?
Everyone gets his fucking first name wrong.
It's because they're Japanese. They don't understand Herlock as a name.
Herlock!
How does that translate? Do they do that at all? Like in
I'm
the
assuming they just call him Sherlock Holmes.
yeah. Well, this is like Shirley Locke or something. I don't know. That's like the only thing I could think of. But
No, I think in the fan translation, at least, the joke was that everyone felt that the Sherlock Holmes, the V part, was part of his name.
okay, all right, that's funny. I
Yeah.
can fuck with that. Your Honor, the defendant is obviously guilty. Listen, oh my god, on his way to his 9-to-5 cubicle job.
Yeah, I'm feeling gangster today, guys.
Stab a woman, non-God.
On God, and then take her money.
Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure.
Excellent.
It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a silver of hard cheese, yes. A sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst through the door. They started shouting at me, "This is the police, put the weapon down!" Yes, it was a thin sliver. Yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon. Disgusting, dietary discrimination, devils! Hip thrusting. Sharaku Homuzu.
I mean, that's not bad. Sharaku Holmes.
You clearly had a trying morning yesterday. And there he was in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Herlock Sholmes. It's actually just Herlock Sholmes. He's English.
The teeth. Wait, you think I give a shit?
I since found out that he's a famous name in detention here in London.
Yes, the great detective is really very well known.
And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. It's all coming together. Hey, when are we getting investigations, Herlock?
Oh yeah,
Where?
that's the next game.
Ace Attorney 7. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman! Me, that weak, stupid kitten of a man! I wonder what great deduction process led him to his conclusion this time.
Do you mean to say he falsely accused that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable.
The thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in.
Of course you were. That's only natural.
I may have stabbed him.
Of the shakes.
I was terrified and trembling. They just kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Fetish, foreign film, flammery. Flim.
So I pulled out a knife.
Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English. Oh, yeah, good point. But my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes, I do, and I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, yes, I do.
The next thing I knew, I was in manacles, and before I knew it, I was thrown in here.
Oh dear, I'm afraid. It's hardly surprising.
I'm fine. He's not fine now.
Don't tell me he's the ancestor of Apollo.
We found him.
Mr. Naruhodo Esquire!
Beat the shit out of you.
Teeth are way too white for 1900 England. That's fine. They're Japanese.
Yeah, they probably.
Yeah.
These three people are Japanese. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can call me just Naruhodo, and while we're speaking English, a simple mystery is more than enough. Oh, yes, all right, yes, they've really got to me. This country's poisoning my mind.
Damn this country!
You know who else kept repeating things like I'm fine?
Yeah.
But please, I beg you, defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you?
No.
Well, Why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself on a study tour. A student? I have defended a case in the Old Bailey, only the one though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means. I don't know the law.
He's like, what do you think I give a shit?
Oh, Naruhodo-san.
I'm not even the foreign student who is supposed to be here. I'm sort of a locum lawyer, I suppose.
My God, finish your sentence!
Trying. Okay, there we go. But that armband. Sorry, that was the last one.
Little left in the tank.
That's the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire. It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend. A keepsake?
You see the inside? Low cum, weak. Never low on cum. Exactly.
I know exactly what they're saying about me.
Oh, what do you mean?
Me? The lawyers, all British defense lawyers, they won't defend me.
Oh, goodness, why would you say that? Just
Yeah.
oh.
Sorry, am I boring you?
No, you're annoying me.
For the same reason as you noted before when it happened. It was only the victim and myself around, and I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. Well, it must be very hard for you, Soseki-san. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, somebody not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me, in my earshot, without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said, and of course the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say the man doesn't understand half of being what's said anyway. That's awful. They're wrong! I've studied more English than half of the policemen out there on the streets! I've traveled halfway around the world to learn these people's country and these great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me.
Oh, well, the prosecutor's not going to be much different.
Nah.
A Japanese lawyer.
He's
The
just like-
Japanese defendant.
He's
It
like-
must be Christmas.
He's like passing by the window. Nipple boy!
Yeah,
Hurry up and get those damn spirits.
nipple boy.
The damn ghost haunts me.
I don't understand that ghost. It keeps coming back. It keeps calling me a nipple boy. I don't understand.
Not a nipple boy. My nipples are nice. They're firm.
Oh my god. Great history of getting their asses kicked in 1776.
Jesus.
So at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through.
That's fucking.
What is it?
It's fucking cut your voice out. It's like, I need someone who can listen to me and tongue. I was like, what the fuck?
Soseki-san, it's just that...
Weave.
Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can for the time being. What do you mean?
We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure. And if not, well, you know.
Oh, yes, thank you.
That build-up.
I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. Yeah, this guy's giving us the Dwayne Johnson eyebrow. Great action.
That's not him. Look at these houses. They're buildings in there.
Briar Street.
Mike!
William Robbins.
Daily News.
Sag. Sorry. I had... Sag. So this is where it happened, Briar Road.
Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo.
This is fucking snowman.
I'm sorry. It's just a very clearly painted background, and then we just have like 2, 3 models.
Yeah.
It just kills me.
It's like one of those, what's that thing? That guy with the bird, like, a bird face and stuff like that? I can't remember.
What?
It's like this, he has like fish hand, not fish hands, but it was weird.
I have
You talk-
no
It's something
idea.
on Adult Swim that like started spurging up around the late 2010s. Snowman looks so edited into
It looks like a fucking like...
Photoshop.
Yeah, a Photoshop job of like... Because it's got an outline. You can like see a white outline here.
Yeah, you
So it
can
just-
tell with the hat too.
Yeah, it's just like, that's weird.
It's just like this beautifully painted, and then there's the guards are like, and then the snowman's like, Frosty.
Did you read this one?
Oh no.
Look at the regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak.
Is that a Scotland Yard theme song?
No, I think it's just like daily life in Britain.
Oh, okay.
The hell is that up
That-
there?
Is their job, you know.
But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes.
Did you really have to disappear to turn around?
I have that power. They're often depicted in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I never dreamt I'd ever come to this close. To real Bobby's helmet.
What? The helmet?
Hee hee. Of course, I have to try one on one day.
Well, I hope your Hattie dream comes true.
Oh yeah, this guy.
The thumb.
What the police? The thumb of the police. What's the Japanese? What is that? I don't even know. I think I was struggling with his voice last time too. British. What the Japanese delegation doing here?
Japanese doing?
What the Japanese doing?
Oh, Inspector Gregson.
This isn't the tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware.
Yes, of course. We're here to investigate.
Are you fucking dumb?
So you've been to
The holding cells, then? What do you make of the criminal?
He's kind of nuts. He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's just misunderstood.
Well, we'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. I'll do what you will. It doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion.
The stone cold air of rejection.
Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone cold air.
That makes it worse somehow.
Yes. Scotland Yard.
Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I've read about it in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am.
Oh, and you know, I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet.
It does make them look the part. Seeing that policeman there with his helmet on, you certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in the protection of the city.
Oh, yes. Doesn't he look wonderful?
Larry looks like shit. Being a
Larry!
London... Larry! Being a
Doing
London...
wearing a Bobby's hat.
What are you doing at the scene of the crime? Being a London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't get paid at all. First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes round and rouses all the laborers on his beat to say so they can get off to work.
What? He wakes people up?
Yep, taps on their windows with a long pole. Did it myself going back a bet.
I had no idea.
Bobby works for the people of the town. It's just another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance. Fucking walking.
I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way.
2 football fields.
Let me see. That's a lot of steps. 20 miles, that's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama.
On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far.
Ha. When it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps.
Oh my.
And I suppose in between all those duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well.
And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
Assassin's Creed over here. I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly, more alongside, but yes. Expecting to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit.
Shit. I'd always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But I don't want to do that work. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do.
Oh, weird. Happened.
at around 5 in the evening 2 days ago, just there on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind.
Special. Said that last time. Is it right that the lady's still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in a hospital.
Like I said, she was a lady. Truth is, we don't know if that's a woman. Unless she comes around, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all.
Suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course.
He's Luigi. There's a map of the local area. I happen to have on me. You can take it if you want.
Really? Are you sure?
Well, you're not going to solve it, so. It's our policy to give lawyers defending suspects the odd bit of information to go on.
I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still.
Thank you, Inspector. I gratefully accept.
He goes back to Soseki, and he's like, oh, do you got all the information? Yeah, we're not defending. What?
No!
Bro, you did it. Like, you did it.
Did it.
This is like nothing.
Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it, do you think? Not much of a head scratcher, is it?
Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming to not have seen anyone else around, but...
But just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present.
I'm sorry to have to tell it. Sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure.
How?
Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed.
What?
We have two very reliable witnesses, no less.
Ah,
Sorry, tuberculosis.
Oh, Jesus.
You know how it
yeah, I'm gonna die. It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them. It was John Cena who saw them.
I didn't think this was a thing. I was going to subscribe to you, but I didn't see the option. Do you need a bigger audience? Yeah, I would have to be either partnered or affiliate, both of which I haven't really gotten to the point where I'd be able to be eligible for partner. But I have not gone through the process of becoming an affiliate, mostly because I just don't want to take money from people, and I don't want people to ever feel like they need to give money. And also, I fucking hate Twitch, and
The
bigger
one.
your content.
Yeah, owning the rights to my content is something I don't like. So I don't really fuck with that.
Wait, can you repeat that?
I don't want to fuck with that.
It sounded like you said, owning the rights of my stuff, I don't fuck with that. I was like, did you say that? Maybe I listened wrong.
What people own it.
Them owning the
Oh,
own
okay.
my content. You have to apologize for me.
It's just like, owning my content. I don't fuck with that.
Yeah, no, I actively want Twitch to own my content so that way they can fucking be the ones that apologize for my stupid behavior.
Listen, guy, we're sorry about
You're
this.
endorsing the racism?
I see how it is,
Curious.
Twitch.
Hmm?
Curious.
This
You're
makes
endorsing the
content.
racist prosecutor.
Prosecutor.
Oh, man.
Uh,
There are witnesses now? Who are these witnesses, Inspector?
Well, I can't tell you. A fellow and his wife. The man's one of the most reliable and respected civilians in all of England, so you know he's fucked. He's a copper from Scotland Yard.
ah.
don't want money but still took $100 from AJ. It's
It wasn't for
different.
nothing though.
It-
Q4.
Yeah, we do
Q4.
actually have to watch a Q4 stream, and you know that's not taking money. That's bribery.
That's Brian.
Slightly different. See, taking money
I
is
prefer
getting nothing in.
enticement.
Enticement.
You what?
What?
Yeah, you missed that.
Yeah, AJ,
Yeah, you
AJ
went
gave $100, and now I have to watch an episode of Q-Force on stream.
Watch
And
all
I,
of Q4.
Yeah. No, an episode.
he was late to that, so I said, you know,
Yeah.
I'll honor the $100. I'll honor it,
Yeah.
but it's only an episode because I don't want to sit through the entirety of it.
Why would you do that? Because chaos. I'll be there. I'll watch it. I'll actually. You're gonna be like, ah.
I'm like, I hate how they did this plot line. It's just like,
He met the goal, yeah. Like, what was it? 2 weeks late. If it was
Was it
like,
2 weeks late?
yeah, it was 2 weeks late. It was like a full
Oh,
10
well.
days, something like that.
Yeah. Oh well. Money well spent.
But yeah, you know, I will honor the money. My commitment is set. I actually have the date in my planner as well. I have set that day aside. Pain.
So what-
Assuming that it's
what-
even on Netflix, I have no idea if it is or not.
Just fucking sent to the abyss. Just like on some no-show fucking website. Watch Q-Force, you see. He just hands him the money.
I have to watch Q-Force, you know. I'm gonna hate
Hey.
everything you see.
I'll be there. Don't worry, I'll be your support.
God. And that's going straight to the VTuber model fund.
Oh god. Yeah. I also thought about that too. I'm like, yeah, let's get some updates around here.
The policeman? That might change things.
Fish.
And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was
Say-
attacked.
Say, more like Queer Force. Yes,
Yes.
that is.
Indeed. What do you thought it was like? Question force?
That... I mean, obviously he's making the joke, but like, it's really funny. It's like,
It's like anyone who ever looks at this chat is like, yeah. Get a load of this guy.
nothing particular about that, ma'am. Part and parcel of being a Bobby. Bobby! Catching them banging the act and all that.
do you think it might be possible for us to ask that policeman a few questions?
No, he's dead. Be my guest, you can ask him what you think like in court tomorrow.
Oh,
I have no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness.
money via Fiverr.
Mhm.
You don't have to give me any money. Don't worry. Like,
The money's coming.
please don't ever feel like you actually need to do that. I appreciate it, but please don't ever feel like that is necessary. That is like completely optional, especially because like you're getting like doesn't matter what it is, but like usually you'll only end up getting like a small voice clip in return. If that is like worth it to you, then sure. But I never want you to think that you need to spend that money. That is like that is far and beyond what I'd ask of anybody. I'm floored that people even tune into these streams. So,
However, if you need somewhere to send that money,
Yeah.
might
Alright,
I ask
Carlos.
that you hold it for October for
Please.
the charity stream? What
Please.
do you think I was gonna say?
I was gonna say if I really wanted something, I'll just pay you like $50 to give me a good morning message. It's like, hey, you matter. just a motivational message for the morning. I'm like, slice.
That'll be one of the charity days.
One of the charities is we have to sit down and watch the rest of Q4.
The scariest stream.
Jesus, the scariest shit.
Oh my god.
Just the title of it. We might be canceled.
Just like every other day on the Quality Mistakes channel.
Yeah.
So that'll give you something to look forward to.
That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems.
I don't want you to persuade my witness.
The policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed.
Unedited doom.
Oh no. No, we can't. That's what we referred to as the first podcast episode.
Oh no.
That's completely censored on my channel.
Oh no. Watch Ghost Stories for a charity event and have the best charity in human history. Oh god.
You're thinking too little about what the charity is.
Yeah.
Like, stream every day in October and do a different bit every day.
Yep.
I had to give my dad a sex ed talk one of the days.
Jesus Christ.
Which you can find the VOD to over on the Quality Mistakes YouTube channel.
Oh,
Look
yes.
at that one.
Yeah. I'll watch that one.
100% rate of being a perfect contraceptive having a face like this.
That's fucked up, dude.
Oh my god. Gotta
I
beat
believe
them.
this name. I feel it, Sam. We got it this year.
He's gonna have to explain what a sussy baka is to his dad.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. So many memes came out this year.
God, I'm just thinking of the one guy who's like, you know, the guy with like the big hair. Well, it's not really big hair. It's like the curly hair. And he goes, "You're looking like a sussy baka right now," and like bites his lip. That's what I'm thinking of.
You have to
I
teach
fucking
him how to
hate
live
that
by.
clip. So much.
I feel like I've seen it.
Sex ed Santa, that's over Christmas charity. Oh god. Also gonna totally need to contact the guy that did your icon and the D&D character redrawn because originally a friend had drawn it and I don't like them, so I have weird feelings over my current drawing. That's fair enough. Yeah, Rurat is fantastic. I loved working with them, so I would highly recommend them.
Same is also accepting commissions.
Is he now?
No.
Who? Oh, wait, who did you say?
I lied.
Same.
Same?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you, I don't know how I heard cream from that.
What?
It's like cream's working now. I'm like cream.
Whom?
Oh, coom.
Am I?
Am I?
This is news to me. Oh god. Will Twitch let me put a YouTube link in chat, I wonder? It should?
I think the streamer sets those limitations, not Twitch.
Yeah, I think you should be able to paste it. Because, I mean, fucking... We get those bots that come in saying, "Want to be famous?" and then post links, so I'd assume you'd be able to.
Fine.
It's like, nah, if you're not a bot, you can't post.
I read that. Thank you, Signin, for having a very strange name. I mean, I know what Signin means, but like, I read that as semen. I'm gonna be honest, Signin.
Semen.
Years later, I'm a parent. Simp and vaping and everything from my youth to my kids. Oh God.
This
You
will
see,
be fun.
you see, son, when the imposter is sus, it means a meme.
It's a meme, son.
It's gonna be in October, that's what I'm gonna have to say.
Remember, son, if there's a girl you like and she calls you a sussy baka,
Killer.
No, Dad.
Run.
This is funny. Dad.
Dad,
It'll probably be worse.
yeah,
man.
it's gonna be awful because I know you're gonna have to explain just random shit like just a block of cheese and how to, you know, you have to explain why that would work, but you're also just gonna have to explain Among Us, like, you know that, right? Like
Right.
Woodle Tree's the best video on the channel. So
That's
let's not kid
true.
ourselves here.
That's
Woodle Tree's
true.
video is pretty
I love
good.
you click on that fucking video and Jeff Bezos is just on the screen.
Yeah, here's my background.
Why?
Because I forgot I was looking for Hugh Hefner and I thought it was Jeff Bezos.
Oh my god, what a fucker.
Oh my god. The sad I know. Oh
my
boy.
God.
This is
Back into it.
fantastic. Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me about that too. Oh, yes, one more thing, Inspector.
What?
I almost said second best, but I didn't want to go through explaining why Woodle Tree is better. Father was a meme lord, and his grandfather was a father. So
Oh, they
on.
meme lord.
Meme lords. They're spreading
Dunked
memes.
on a Nazi.
Fucking, hey Nazi,
Fucking
look at this.
hit them with a fat vape in the face before shooting them.
No, big ass cigar.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dab on a Nazi before fucking blowing their brains out. The person who led you to the suspect. I hear that was Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Oh shit. What are you bringing him up for? I hate him.
Was it something I said? Color drained from his cheeks. Well, before about that.
Yeah, tell me about the trial.
Okay, what is it? A twitchy Japanese bloke got trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not?
Well, if all goes well, you have to explain why a comic about the miscarriage is funny too. Lost.
Fuck me.
And I do, that's not funny. Makes no difference to me. But I will just say this: no London lawyer worth his salt would touch that. And what is he doing with that case with a barge pole? What barge?
Because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean?
There's no way to save that
The man now. It's a waste of time trying. That man.
That man.
That man.
It is all a bit strange, though.
Sorry?
The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now. Yes, we did hear something to that effect. And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum. The master criminals, the violent ones.
Master criminals?
That means you're a criminal. The violent ones? That's right. He picks his victims. Only deal with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins.
But Mr. Natsumi wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely.
That's just my point, Sunshine.
The racist detective.
Yeah.
Sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. Why, So this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of better phrase. It's like I switch back into the fucking... Ugh, I don't like it.
Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it?
No, there's got to be more to it. Some reason he's taken an interest. Really? What sort of reason, Inspector? He wants to kill. You think I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of
I
Darkness?
just want to kill that fucking orca.
Okay, calm down.
Kill the Japanese.
Shh. We'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial.
Are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he put it?
Mr.
Hey, about
Sean.
Mr. Sean.
Mhm.
Ass Omni-Man is gonna be on that PowerPoint somewhere.
Oh no.
Don't scare me with it. Built it like one slide's just gonna be normal front facing, and I'm gonna be like, oh no. I'm gonna know I know what will be on the next slide.
It's gonna be the fucking video version with the song in the background.
Yeah.
No, I think when you move the slide over, instead of it being this song, when you move the slide over, it's a Vine boom sound effect.
Jesus.
You see,
Explain
it's
to my dad why that's funny.
you see, it's the clap of his ass cheek. Can we just have the Vine boom sound effect on that PowerPoint?
Jesus. On the channel.
Oh my god.
Who did you hear that from?
Oh my god. Gregson has a flintlock in his pocket while he has his fries in his hand. His trigger finger is twisting ready like crazy.
Flintlock.
Yeah,
Jesus
this is
Christ.
1900. This isn't like 1700. Jesus.
I know. I'm like,
I have my flintlock here.
So, why are you carrying around that antique? What do you mean antique? It's like, what? The year it's 1800, isn't it? No, it's 1900. What are you? No, that's not possible.
Who put me here? Fish and chips.
Oh boy. Oh well, it was Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings.
I'm sure it was the result of one of Mr. Sholmes' inspirational great deductions.
Mr. Sholmes is dead. Fiddle faddle.
Ah!
The man's an amateur. I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere.
Oh,
I'm gonna fucking deck him. I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime. Wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the crime.
yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he?
He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he?
Hell no! Gibble gabble!
Ugh!
Saga waga! I haven't sensed this before. What?
Never seen this.
seen this before?
Oh yes, that's Rant's magazine.
The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes appear.
Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard detective in its stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, it's a misadventure to be included in Sherlock Sholmes' tale at all.
Well, I suppose there's an element of that.
So, boo! This is boo! Jesus Christ.
We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be frumped by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. That man's as dangerous to us as Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals. Jesus. The chips.
That can't really be true, can it, Inspector?
Clearly, the great detective and the police have a complex relationship.
My chips.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get any more useful information out of the detective.
Larry.
Larry?
Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion?
Oh, yes, what is it?
Can we leave? Just go? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this.
By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, exactly.
Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume did blame Mr. Sholmes for all this, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He really did. And I'm not standing for that bullshit. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's simply not my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again.
Fangirl.
The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's address, even.
It's Baker Street.
Yeah, how do you know that?
I know things. It's in the stories, of course.
How did I get killed? Why'd you put your address there?
221.
I mean, yeah.
Is that a pop going through his window?
Do a bomb and he just like, just throws it back outside.
What he did? Do you think I'm joking?
He just blows up half the block. He's like, well, that's something.
Just like a grenade gets thrown into his windows and just pokes his head back out. You forgot to pull the pin, idiot! And pulls the pin and throws it back at the guy.
He's like, oh, mate, you forgot this. Throws it back into the car and oh!
Oh my god. If I was an A's game, my intro would be slowly rising behind the female side character holding a bottle of Mountain Dew, regarding the time period wearing a Poggers t-shirt and fedora.
Oh my god.
That is horrifying.
Typically the female side character. That are mostly underaged. You concern me, S5. You concern me.
You concern me.
Horribly
221.
concerning.
221P, Baker Street, the most famous address in the world.
Oh, I see. There's nothing stopping us from going, I suppose. Better find a way before Susato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable. Well, actually... It's like, the truth of this case, it's all coming together. Clearly, the defendant couldn't have done this. Oh, well, actually. I saw him commit... Reddit prosecutor.
The Reddit.
Well, see, God isn't real, Naruto.
Your god's made up. Like, come on. It's clear to see.
An old book.
Ever heard of the Big Bang?
A fucking spark brush.
He's not a Redditor.
I mean, how do you think he gets all his information? I was about to say, hurrah!
Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage.
So we'll have to have a reunion already with the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Oh, great.
Yes.
Good luck for that. It's certainly ready to have a crossover game. Uh-oh.
Ace Redditor. Oh shit! Cutscene.
Sounds a bit weird.
She looks more normal than him.
I'm sorry, I'm still fucking cracking up.
There, overlooking the street. Good day.
Good night.
Thanks again.
Good day. So much detail now.
This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Throw someone out the window.
It's like bursts out the window.
It's like, and you don't forget my money again. Oh, hey, you two.
Jesus Christ.
It is shit.
This is exactly what I imagined his home would be like.
Yeah, nice and fucking messy. Is that Napoleon?
Yeah.
So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow.
Oh yeah, there's the mess.
What the fuck? I'm sorry. I should not be laughing at that. She just turned around and had baby fucking crack up.
It's the fact that like
we were just talking about the fucking Omni-Man, you know, like to see somebody get turned around, I fucking I lost it for a sec. I lost it. It is it as described in the stories, Miss Susato? Susato-san?
Bruh. Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room.
Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes. Never read the stories, but it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. Okay.
Detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears in the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism. Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruto?
Oh, I suppose I can, yes.
So, if you don't mind, let me hear
Also,
your heart.
I made some additions to the PowerPoint. Scary. That is scary.
Jesus.
That is a horrifying thing. Because I'm not touching it until the last day. I've made that promise to myself. I will not look at it until the last day, purely so I can see what everybody else has added before I just do something wrong.
It's like, Your Honor, let me handle this.
God damn it.
Turn back around.
I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please, don't mind me.
She's obsessed. Well, looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me, is anyone home?
We have a visitor.
No.
Midget!
Hello, it's not.
Fucking
Yokai! Ah!
Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes?
Why did she turn like she's in a microwave?
She did.
Oh my god. The talk is getting a part 2. Oh no.
Yeah, the PowerPoint is I'm having my friends make a PowerPoint of meme presentations that I'm gonna have to give to my dad without knowing what's in it. And I'm scared.
I would never
This is
do
worse
that.
than sex ed.
Because it's just gonna be awkward the entire time. With sex ed, you can crack jokes. With this, you have to explain jokes. There's a difference
Yeah.
there.
You have to explain it, and then it's just like, if he doesn't think it's funny, you're just like, oh, well, it is fun.
Yeah, you just had to be there, Dad. Sorry.
Yeah. You had to be there.
Modern humor.
Modern. And
Half of
humor.
it's gonna be actual, like, just modern memes that just are so obscure that it doesn't make sense. The other half is just gonna be like fucking block of cheese.
They're gonna have that waffle that falls over. It's just nonsense.
Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes?
Hello? Wait. Aren't
Woman.
you?
Oh, how rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once.
I'm sure it's the same girl.
Memes are like.
Mr. Sato, did you
gold.
see the girl who was just here?
Oh, yes. Isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case.
Is Bohemia the the predecessor to Bourgeois?
Boy,
Bohemia's just real.
Oh, okay. I have to ask because I have no idea. Discord, yeah, there's no Discord command. You just have to ask Carlos. He'll get it for you.
Just E. If you put fucking Markiplier, E.
I already don't trust the people I know working on this. There's no way I'm not trusting people I don't know. To find anything.
Yeah.
God, no. You're not kidding. It's for your safety you're not in that Discord.
It's true.
Bohemia. Yeah, but then you want to invite Peachy. Yeah, come on in.
Oh, Peachy, I've had time to, like, get to know.
Yeah, it's fair. Freddie
Ow.
Mercury made up the boy.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
The King of Bohemia?
King Wilhelm Gottfried Sigma Male von Ormenstein, of course.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there.
Forget?
He's brewed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well.
Okay.
Ah, it's a midget!
Short person, no! I knew it. Susato-san recognizes her too.
I really like her theme.
It is nice.
You're very bouncy.
There you are. And taking that with you as well,
Look at that image.
I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher.
Gun.
Oh, good day to you. I'm Well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
I'd rather die, thanks. Oh my god.
Savage.
Yeah, the round meal feeds 3 men. Oh my god, just wait until you see Carlos looking at the PowerPoint. True. Midgets were rare in this time. People would mistake them as goblins and shoot them. You shut the fuck up, S5.
And
We don't use that as a slur around here, good sir.
Endangerment appears via choking hazard, toxic dust without much Doritos. I'm positive it'll be fine. Oh god. It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilded's trial in the defendant's antechamber.
I've met a lawyer from the Far East before. Who are you having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London?
Oh, yes, it was, challenging.
Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know.
Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color?
Well, like shit.
Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow flavor.
It's a winner. I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted after your long voyage here, and you have another English trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots of luck.
Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us, by any chance?
Oh, you know Hurley, do you?
Hurley? Mr. Sholmes to you, surely.
Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Now.
Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he just returned from overseas.
Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think?
And perhaps more to the point, why is she here, Mr. Sholmes' suite?
Silly me, I haven't introduced myself, have I?
Coming to a gotcha game near you. Oh, pain.
No. My name is Bazooka.
It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
Oh, no.
My name is Dad Alive Wilson.
You're gonna have to change that.
I got you on that one.
oh,
Change your name.
Gotta change your name. Sorry about that.
killing the game is a dead. It is Larry.
True.
It started.
Dad Alive Watson. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Dead alive.
Dad Dead Watson.
You're together with Hurley.
Yeah, shit. Susato's already like.
Dad, where? In the ground. Great.
Great.
Fucking. It's the like what the retail person thinks. It's like, Dad, where? In the ground. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about what you're doing to families? Like shit like that. I love that fucking. It's like, can you just check the back for me? How about you check yourself? The back isn't some magical place. It's got brownies from like 3 days ago that what was it? Hertha? Like Hertha brought in. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Oh, you're talking about that? It's
Yeah,
like, can you go to the? Can you go get the manager? What do you need the manager for?
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
You don't need
I can handle your problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's that guy, and I'm just thinking
the mustache.
Yeah, exactly. Dad, where? In a grave. Have you ever thought about what you do to families?
I didn't see that one. That sounds amazing.
No, it's not actually a thing. It just reminded me of it.
Oh, okay.
Making dead dad jokes. Mine's actually dead. Oh.
Oh.
Iris, is it? What a lovely name.
What?
What's the matter?
No, wait, this can't be!
She knows. Oh, you're gonna have to
can't
change your name to Dad Dead 10.
Dad Deaderus.
Dad did.
How old
this.
was Watson? He was like what, 40?
He was up there, late 30s.
You know
Yeah,
how
definitely
it was.
late 30s, but I think it was like late 30s into like mid 40s, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was like in his late 30s. I
Also,
think.
that implies that he fucked.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you tend to have to do that to have kids. It's up Phoenix.
No, I'm making a joke because he actually got married and had a child in like the one series,
Yeah, the one
Right,
show.
right.
the BBC. It was really funny. They fucking like baited the fucking fans. Like
That was funny as fuck.
that's really fucking funny. There's no fucking way they were.
All the
gonna do that.
marketing
Are
was
you
making
kidding?
it seem like Sherlock was gonna marry Watson because all the Tumblr people were like foaming over it, and then that episode goes, and then they and then it was just him marrying his girlfriend.
That's a woman?
Everyone got really mad.
It's really funny. It's like, are you fucking kidding me that you wouldn't expect that man was at the very least like just completely straight? Come on.
Nah, there's no chance.
It's like, no, they have to be gay because Slicer, when will you be big enough as a VTuber to get interviewed on the BBC? Never, because both of them are
Jesus
English,
Christ.
and I'm not English. I would never stoop that low.
Yeah.
I'm automatically better than both Vebe and Apricot because purely I'm American.
Purely.
English? Not in this Irishman's blood.
I don't know Dutch.
I don't know, Dutch.
I don't
Seems
know.
pretty
Dutch.
cringe, Dutch.
What do you call English?
Cringeless.
Cringeless.
Cringe.
Cringe.
Did you say that your name is Welton?
What's the matter with Sasato-san? Why is she all flustered all of a sudden? Oh, that's weird. Hey, wait, what have I heard?
It's been like a good couple months.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's been a while.
Of course, Chisato's gonna remember because her dad was friends with him.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. And what are your names?
We gotta go.
Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, and I'm a lawyer from Japan, and this...
Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. It's wonderful to meet you.
Lovely. Susie and Runo. Got it.
That's not...
I hate fucking English people.
Cringe.
Susie.
And Runo?
Brother.
There's more to this girl than meets the eye. So many questions for her, I don't know where to start.
Yes, and so do I.
Stop reading my mind! Eh,
I am magic.
shut up!
Can we leave now? Can we leave?
It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey?
Yep, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you
Listen,
so much.
Dutch, to get big we have to do some cringe to get even further it goes against our morals.
Arthur, I had what the fuck? British touch.
Oh,
Arthur, I had a plan, man. Fucking Edgeworth.
English.
Morgan.
The English.
Micah.
Mike.
You McFucking dad haver. Imagine how fucking sad it is for my life that I don't have. I don't want to read the rest of the sentence. I'm not going to read the rest of that sentence.
How would you consider your own dad a dilf?
That's good. That's incestuous, and I don't like that.
Damn you, Freud!
Damn you, Freud. Oh
Freud
my God.
really just said, no, it's normal for people to want to fuck their parents.
The fuck?
Reverse
Ooh.
Oedipus time. Fuck.
Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much.
Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming.
Though at the time we did have a rather large gun pointed at us.
Oh, you mean this? Like this?
No!
There you go.
I'm not afraid. Thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you?
The Strahd.
Lestrade, my mistake.
Oh yes, that awkward witness is Gina Lestrade.
I'm just gonna call her Gina.
Oh, Ginny? Yeah, she's a professional pickpocket.
So we found out.
It was very not of her to pinch my invention like that.
Did you say nod?
Are you referring to the trial-disrupting gun-like contraption?
Exactly, so I followed her, you see, to get it back.
You know?
You know?
Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my invention.
Oh my god.
This girl is dangerous.
Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that. So she could apologize to my trusty technician.
Sorry, your technician?
Hurley, of course, silly.
Hurley?
Yep, Herlock Shlomes. We live here together.
I had no idea a great detective had such an interesting young daughter.
Daughter? No, not likely.
What?
He doesn't fuck.
I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I?
Well then, what is your relation with Mr. Sholmes?
I'm not gonna say it.
Well, I expect you found that out the lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive.
Your Honor.
Idiot, I just got it.
So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate.
Your roommates?
Wait, how old is she again?
10.
That's not good.
That's why I made the joke, Your Honor.
So she invents for me, Your Honor, I swear.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you?
10 at last this year.
Well, what of your mother and father? Dead.
Oh, no,
Ryu!
they're not around.
Ryu!
What?
Stop!
I don't see what you. What is it? Oh, wait. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh.
Oh, that was hers.
Oh,
That was
her dad. Oh, she's gonna have to change her name from Iris Dad Alive or Nad. Her name from Dad Alive Wilson to Dad Dead Wilson. That's
Yeah, so... chill.
Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. Hey, your dad's dead.
Oh yes, there's something I must ask you!
How Shu still got Trucy despite Kristoff replacing her with an android under the pseudonym Yamasaki. Shut up! If you don't ask me, what are you doing in that Discord server, Your Honor?
Oh yes, there's something I have to ask from you.
Of course. Go ahead, Susie.
Did you hear anything about your father? I am a very great fan of the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and...
You have a copy of the Rants magazine?
Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship.
Oh, this is so exciting. My stories are being read on the other side of the world.
Wait, my stories?
Well, that's right. Hurley's always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them.
She's the one who voices the narration in the.
It's I, Pearls, too.
No!
They're fascinating.
Pearls.
I did not hear that correctly. I thought I could have sworn I heard something about assassinating. I was
You really
very
are quite
confused.
assassinating.
You really are assassinating. I was like, what the fuck? How does that work?
It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think?
Goodness!
Last night he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came.
Yeah, I came here, and we were there. So you are the author?
Yep. I'll let you in on a secret if you like. I'm gonna call this latest adventure the Speckled Band.
The Speckled Band! No!
Jeez.
I'm turning into Cosima! The Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar.
course, I always change one or two details in the stories here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble.
That's fucking stupid.
Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually.
Well, yep. And of course I know that a snake might not be credible fit for the fact of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think, don't you?
So you're lying.
So, do you mean to say that the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in the Ranks magazine?
Lies.
All written by me? Yep, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter.
But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson.
Chisato-san's getting more and more worked up.
Well, yeah, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson.
I'm a dude.
But what about the doctor of medicine part?
Huh? Well, that's all true too. I'm a doctor of medicine.
No! At 10 years old?
At 10 years old.
They don't care.
Well, that's quite incredible.
But Dr. Wilson's an English gentleman.
Yeah. I did alter the setting slightly for the stories to be more compelling.
Oh,
Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow?
Fine. True.
your dad is dead.
What the fuck is that?
Fucking ruined my
Poor Sasato. Looks like her whole world is just falling apart.
Glad your dad.
Are they not gonna bring it up? Are they just not?
Unrelated.
It's like, oh hey, do you perhaps have any relation to a John H. Wilson by any means? Like, is that your dad? Like, did your dad go to Japan recently?
Oh.
Like, did he went to
No.
Japan, right?
Again, I own up to it's just been a while. To the sake of he just doesn't remember.
No one's thinking
No,
about
I
it.
expect Naruhodo. I don't like expect to remember. Like, you know,
Susato,
Wilson's
though.
like,
Yeah.
oh right, that was the victim. Like, you'd have to think about it. But Sasato, her dad's like best friends with the man. So like,
She's just like,
Nah, not right now.
about before.
Yeah? What's on your mind, Runo? Do tell me.
How did you know that I was a lawyer and that we just arrived in London?
Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all that?
That's what you mean.
Please tell us how you did it. Explain every detail.
Also, Wilson may just be a common last name for all they know. That's true.
Fair. Wilson? The Wilson? Oh.
Of course, I'd be delighted. Although, there's really no mystery.
Nothing
in the name.
nothing solid connecting them right now. Well, I would kind of argue that the name John H. Wilson being used twice
That's
is
a bit
little.
specific. That's a bit specific.
That's
John H.
not really a coincidence at that point. I'm gonna
and
be
that
honest.
man, and that man was working for Sherlock Holmes.
Doctor of Medicine,
Oh, they don't
John
know that.
H. Wilson.
Oh, okay.
That's a little on the nose. There we go.
Now, let's begin.
Oh no, she's gonna shoot you.
Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
Oh, no.
No!
not her.
Yeah.
What the? What?
The Mason system.
First of all, I know that you were a lawyer, Runo.
Are we in a matrix?
After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber.
But you also said we only just arrived in London. How did you know that?
I observed your passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket,
Oh,
so I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that,
The
you
vampire.
accepted a case against a particular prosecutor, telling me you're unaware of London's court affairs.
I'm gonna go nap. CAS5.
Who said that?
Yeah. Who said that?
the Reaper of the Old Bailey. I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Look at her.
And I noticed the red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with the suspect, weren't you? Earlier today?
Put a stamp on it.
Ah,
I used those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see.
I didn't realize.
And the red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McGilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particularly sad expression on your face, so I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or relative. That leads me to believe that you must have accepted a new case.
I see.
But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow?
Simple. The British fuck. Shut
Well,
up.
having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he'd caught a Japanese man who was bawling his eyes out.
Jesus. Fucking asshole.
Bawling and trembling.
Oh, he's so fucking guilty.
I'm bawling.
I'm bawling. Your Honor, I am bawling.
Stupid Nipponese boy, I'm bawling.
Jesus Christ.
Stupid man thing. A Japanese man. Well, clearly that must have been.
Hey, Action.
Mr. Natsume! Shut up with the flashback!
Bruno has that fancy Japanese sword,
So he must be Japanese.
and I think your outfit's called a kimono, isn't it, Susie?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both come from Japan yourselves. I put two and two together and decided you must be defending that Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to.
You're idiots.
You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley's always stabbing his notes with a knife, you know. He is silly. And that's all there was to it, really.
Pent up aggression.
Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions.
She's a better detective than.
Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct?
They were spot on.
That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction.
You even managed to get the certain something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery.
Well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that.
This is really very good news. You can tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man, you will. You will tell us. Tell us.
Hurt.
Japanese man.
Nipple boy. So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying.
Yep. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage. But the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene.
Yeah, don't.
Sorry. The great detective is a popular man, it seems.
A woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene.
Mr. McGilded?
Well, now.
A short, shifty-looking, stupid man. Mr. Natsume. Beyond any doubt.
Soseki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems there were witnesses after all.
Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address.
The fuck?
Your Honor, clearly that day the victim was bawling, but ended up getting their ankle broken by the defendant, who's clearly lit.
Jesus, this is disgusting.
There's a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find?
A man.
A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear.
Mr. Sholmes' great deduction certainly hit the mark that time.
Of course it did. He's a great detective.
Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it?
Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly.
Hurley says that London's rife with crime.
That's not inaccurate.
Nope.
Yeah, no, especially during this time.
Oh.
Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently.
Oh dear. I hadn't realized the situation was so dire.
That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person anyway.
That's terrible.
Most advanced law system in the world, by the way.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we know who's guilty.
I suppose it's the harsh reality of working of the world's greatest justice system.
Yeah, world's greatest justice. I don't fucking know about all that.
Fastest judgment system, maybe.
Yeah. Which is funny because, reasonably speaking, 1900s America probably has a better judicial system. It's just very racist.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem.
Racist America.
The racist continent.
Continent, Jesus.
Yeah. Fucking Canada's racist too.
Yep.
I suppose it is. But in that case...
I suppose it is.
Race... I don't hold much hope for Soseki-san. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative.
You're most welcome. I had so much fun.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As a guest, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well.
Well, I expect Harley is still investigating the scene.
I was, like, horrified. I was like, turn around.
I was like, oh, he's getting jumped right now.
It's just Herlock with his arms outstretched, like, about to strangle Naruhodo.
Get
on the ceiling.
He's hanging off.
Crawling on the ceiling.
Yeah, again, just hanging off shit.
Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean?
Yes, Mr. Natsume? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings.
Mr. Nuts.
If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there.
Iris, you know where those loungings are?
Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there?
Yes, we know Inspector Gregson.
Goody. In that case, give Gregsy this for me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know.
What's this?
A 5-shilling piece in a postcard, it seems. Shillings. It reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem.
So bribery.
We.
Yes. My neck. Oh, that's what she said. Is that the queen?
Shilling.
This is a 5-shilling piece, isn't it? I believe it's called a crown.
Yes, and you can train a Scotland Yard detective to do whatever you want with just a single one.
Iris must be the most powerful 10-year-old in the world.
How much is 5 shillings, by the way? What's it really worth?
Well... It's probably enough to buy all the chips the inspector could possibly eat in a month.
That's greasy.
What?
She made her own postcards. What a fucking wild person.
What a champ. Why buy them when you can make them?
Iris's little handwriting is adorable, isn't it?
Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem.
Yes, the handwriting might be adorable, but the message is ominous. There's no room for sentiment there.
It's like there won't be no problem, right? I'm sure it's simply the way you're interpreting it, Mr. Naruhodo. You're a big baby.
Shut
Baby
up!
boy.
Shut up!
Baby!
Shut up!
Anyway, I do hope
Baby man.
the inspector will tell us what we need to know when he reads it.
You don't think that it'll make him munch piping hot chips until steam starts coming out of his ears, do you?
Well, that wouldn't be an entirely terrible outcome.
Yeah, they changed the nickname that Iris gives them. Well, at least for Rio's. She used to call him just Ryu.
Ryu. That's an X. Calabash Road.
Yeah, I think all the jokes is that all the street names are pipes, types of pipes, I believe. I think so, at least. Might be.
Right.
Okay.
Nothing really that deep to it. I just think that's what it is.
No, I'm just saying, like, after looking at the
Oh, okay.
stuff, it's just okay. All right, that's it.
Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it?
Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try.
Good luck, then. I'm gonna return to writing my manuscript in the speckled band. And I'll be making more special blends of tea. So come back again soon.
We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris.
Whoosh.
Her dad is dead.
That is that.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime.
Oh, that blink.
So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men of Scotland Yard at all, we headed back to the scene with Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand.
We got robbed later that day.
We were mugged. We were beaten to a pulp in an alleyway by Mr. Sholmes. Though we didn't say it was him, we knew it was him.
It's like, you're gonna love this gun I got.
I know a smattering of Japanese. Now you're going to tell me the rest of the language, or I'm going to kill you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, you Russian.
Russian.
He's hiding in this fucking Russian ruffian. He's hiding in the snowman.
Saddle goose.
Saddle goose. They probably use saddle goose.
It looks like the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation.
Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible and ruin his fucking voice.
Yes, let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave for him. I just fucking the police in the background, they aren't really doing a whole lot. So just imagine the guy on the ground just making like a snow castle.
It's like with the blood, just like yes,
blood. I don't believe Universe says nothing new. Hello, Inspector Greggy.
Greggy boy.
Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment?
No. I'm sorry to say, I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabout lads, for sure.
Gadabout.
Gadabout.
We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson.
What? For me? From her ladyship?
Her ladyship?
Give that here, at once! Come on, hand it over! That's for me!
Yeah, don't wait for me to give it to you, will ya?
Why, I oughta. Oh, it's a bribe.
What was that coin exactly?
It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee. That's what it is.
An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean...
Right. That's right, for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me every time.
Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them them avidly.
Avidly.
Avidly, I don't know.
Brain.
Gosh, using my name without my say so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still.
I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you.
Never you mind that.
So, what do you want to know then, huh?
Huh?
What do you want to know? Do you want some fish and chips?
Take a bite, kitten.
Take a bite. Do it. Do it.
Little munchy.
Munchy crunchy.
Oh shit. Apparently power went out.
Oh fuck, really?
Power went out 4 hours ago. So I reset my clock.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
That is unfortunate, so I'm gonna have to set that before I go to bed. I got up for a moment. I was like, 441. That does not seem accurate.
That does not.
So, oh god. Sorry.
Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says.
Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lounging.
Oh. The little knife wielder. Mustache Japanese fellow. Well, you can't have it. I'm sorry. I lied. He lives in old hovel. Just over there, look. Look! That shit. That broken-ass bicycle I saw earlier. On the floor of that house on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle propped up. That shit-ass bicycle.
That is nearby indeed.
If I remember rightly, the landlord is Mr. John Garrett-Dib. Right, well... If you see her again, you make sure you give her ladyship my regard, you hear? I mean it! You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes.
Don't worry, Inspector, we will.
Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship.
What is she, the queen?
Long live the queen.
Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know.
Okay, I guess the street.
Yeah, Strange Street. Mm-hmm.
Strange Street, yeah. Because I was like, that's weird. Why would it be named Strand Street?
And who puts on the fucking building?
Eh.
Well,
yes, so then, should we go and find out what we can in Mr. Natsume's lodgings?
definitely! Oh, a British bicycle, look! Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be written anymore.
Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling.
It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well.
Which is a weird thing that actually happened.
Very much so.
The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that.
Goodness, do you dislike bikes?
No, not at all. I mean, it's not like I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems, reckless. You ever try walking on stilts and falling into a river? I know you'd agree with me.
God, you fucking suck.
I don't know how to ride a bike, okay?
Well, learn! Well, I'll have to hire a bicycle sometime, so you can sit behind me while I ride you around. Fucking weirdo.
I don't want to hear that with your 30 yen haircut.
I know you ain't talking with your fucking scissor-ass haircut.
I got drip. You got nothing.
The only thing that's dripping off of you is disappointment.
That's harsh, I'm sorry.
My closet must be bipolar because it's only throwing fits.
That's a good one.
That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long something. I'm sure it has a long and interesting history.
Well, time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. In fact, it looks decidedly worse in worse shape than the other houses around.
According to Inspector Gregson, that's the house where Mr. Nuts